Hello and welcome to the World to Live with Crochet SA. Today we're going to be going through a tutorial on how to make this yellow and green Springbok supporter scarf. So to make the Springbok supporter scarf, we're going to be using these two skeins of Charity double knit. This is in the color Springbok green and this is in Sunshine. So we're going to be working this up in stripes. I'm using a 4.5mm hook and let's get into it. How I make my magic ring is that I wrap it around my two fingers, cross in the front, keep wrapping, and then hold with the third. Very similar to how we make our slip knot. But now we're going to go under the first, over the second, pull it through, and then while we're still here, we're going to make a chain of 1. Now when we take our fingers out, we have our magic ring. Okay, now that we have our single crochet on our hook, this is the way the single crochet is up normally, but now we want him to lie on his side like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the bar on the left hand side there. We're going to pull up a loop and we're going to single crochet, and we're going to keep doing this 250 times for a total of 250. So I've just finished my first 50 in the chain, and what I'm gonna do, just to make sure that I can keep count because this is quite a large number, I'm going to put a stitch marker into this 50th stitch, stretch it out so it can go through easily. There we go. And then I can keep going, and if I lose track, I know that this is 50 and I just need to start counting from 50 onwards and not all the way from 0 again. I'm going to be doing 3 rows of the green, and then we're going to be doing 2 rows of yellow, and then we're going to interchange that back and forth. So in my first chain, I'm going to place a chain 2, and then I'm just going to double crochet across. Easy as that. And because we did the foundation row, it's going to be a little bit easier for us to just go straight into making the double crochets, as opposed to how it would be if we now had to work into the chain. This is the foundation chain and then the double crochet worked into it, and I'm going to work 2 more rows of double crochet on top of this before I continue with the yellow. So I am just about finishing my supporter scarf, but before I do that and show you what it looks like, I just want to show you how I'm doing my color changes, right? So this is the last stitch, and then this is the turning chain that I'm going to be putting my last stitch into. And regardless of where you are in your pattern, when you do want to change colors, you're going to yarn over, if you're doing a double crochet, that is, yarn over, insert your hook like that, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to stop here. What you're going to do is you're going to get your second color and you're just going to hold it there, and you're going to yarn over and pull through the last 2 with your second color. So this is now the color that you're going to start working with. So you just continue like this, chain your 2, turn, and continue working down the row. But like I said, this was my last row, so I'm going to finish off this double crochet. I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to cut my yarn, and then I'm going to pull through to make a knot. And this is what the finished scarf pattern looks like. I've done 3 rows of double crochet in green, then 2 in yellow, another 2 in green, another 2 in yellow, and then to finish off a final 3 rows in green. Okay, and then yeah, because we did a chain of 250, it is quite long. It is quite a nice size, I think. All I need to do now is fasten this off. So the last thing I want to show you for making your supporter scarf, if you want to do this step, is how to make your tassels. And it really is easier than it seems. So what you want to do is measure off a length of yarn that when it is divided in two, like this, is the length that you would want your tassels to be. For a scarf, I think this is a nice length. So you're just going to go back and forth there, just measuring it off. I would say about 5 times, or until you have like 5 strands. So like this. And then I just want to cut this there, and then I want to fold it in half like this. Okay, now that you have your strands, you're going to get your scarf, and you would ideally, I think, put the yellow tassels on the yellow part, but if you want to put yellow tassels on the green bits, guess what? It's your scarf and you can make it however you want to. So you're going to put your hook through, and around about the middle point when you fold these tassels over, like that, is where you're going to put your hook through. And then you're going to pull that out through the other side of the scarf, like that. And then I'm going to take my hook out, and I'm going to put my finger through on this side, and I'm going to reach through this and grab those ends and pull them through. And then you're just gonna pull it to tighten, like that. Make sure it's not going anywhere. And then you're gonna hold your ends. This is why it doesn't need to be perfect, because you're just gonna hold the ends, and we're just going to give it a little haircut like that, so that all of our ends are even. Of course, you can make this as long or as short as you would like. I am not keeping tassels on mine. I just want to keep it a straight edge. So I'm just going to remove this anyway. So I just want you to use as little yarn as possible to just give you the idea of what it would look like. But yeah, you would have, I think, your yellow tassels here, your green ones here, and that would give you the tasseled effect on your scarf. And there you have it, your completed Springbok supporter scarf, ready for the next time you're out watching the box in action. As always, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know what you thought of the tutorial, and please do share with your friends so that you all can be supporting the box in style together.